Okay, what's up guys? How's it going? I am Dax. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about addiction. How to get over addiction, what I am trying to do, and the difference between hobbies, habits, and when that habit becomes an addiction. So, what's a hobby? A hobby is just something you do, any activity, for relaxation, for pleasure. A habit is something you do regularly. That's why we have the word habitually. It's just something you do pretty often, but it's something that you don't even think about. Procrastinating is a habit. Biting your nails is a habit. Looking both ways before you cross the street, it's a habit. Things you do fairly often, which you don't even think about, just comes into play. An addiction is pretty much a habit that you can't control, to the point where it becomes harmful or destructive to your life or lifestyle. And believe it or not, every single person is addicted to something. Everyone. However, that addiction just may not be as destructive as other stuff. So, the typical ones that you get: alcohol addiction, drug addiction, porn addiction, whatever. At first, they were habits. Well, at first they were hobbies. You did them, maybe for pleasure, for relaxation. Cool. Then you started doing them really, really often, to the point where you may not have even thought about it. It just became something you did really, really often. It may not have been too negative yet, but it's just something that you kind of do without thinking. And then after a while, it becomes an addiction. You can't stop yourself from doing it. You almost depend on it. Maybe not even depend, but it's like you can't do without it. And it becomes destructive and harmful to your life and or lifestyle. So, now that we know those are how you can lead up to addiction, how can we get over it, avoid it, stop it? Well, there's various steps. First, you have to acknowledge that you've got the addiction, that it's becoming harmful. If you don't know you have an addiction, you can't stop it. You don't even realize. You have to realize it's there. One of the most common ways is to go to like a group, therapy, whatever. Talk about your problems, support each other, stuff like that. But if you're not into that kind of thing, then here's what I'm gonna recommend and what I am trying at the moment. I just gotta be real, I'm addicted to watching porn. Fuck it. It's fun, yo, it's fun. But I know it's a problem. So here's what I'm gonna do. A common way to try and get over an addiction is to fill it with another hobby, something that's positive. So if you have an addiction to smoking, whatever time, whenever you think about smoking, take up a new hobby and use that instead of your time. A lot of the time, these habits, the hobbies, they become addictions because your mind has nothing to occupy it. That's an addiction in itself. Try and sit still for 2 minutes and not do anything. Don't look at your watch. Just exist for 2 minutes. See how crazy your mind will go just from having nothing to do. Which is why when you're sat there on the sofa and you have nothing to do, you're like, fuck it, do some drugs, fuck it, watch some porn, fuck it, go eat food. Obesity, you have nothing to do, your mouth is bored, so you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna go eat. That's what happens. So you need to give yourself something to do. Give yourself a hobby. What hobby can you choose? Fuck knows, anything that you think might interest you. Take up a martial art, start painting, learn a language, but those are all effort. It takes a small amount of effort to like go to a class or do whatever. So my solution is that whenever I feel that addiction coming on, I'm going to meditate. Because for meditation, you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to do anything, you just sit there and breathe. Focus on the breath and let your thoughts pass by. Now, I don't know this for a fact, but the reason I believe meditation can be so powerful in overcoming your addiction is because it will treat it in so many ways. A, you're filling the time. You're meditating instead of smoking or watching porn, whatever. B, you're getting your mind used to not being constantly active. Like I said, the addiction stems from boredom because you have nothing else to do. So when it moves from being a habit to an addiction, it's because you've had nothing to do, so it just becomes repetitive, and then the pathways in your brain are like, yeah, it feels good, I need it when that stuff happens. So if you're meditating that often, you're going to get your mind used to not being entirely engaged with activity and focus on something. You're just allowing yourself to be and enjoy the feelings of life instead of going out and having to do something. If you can get your mind used to just meditating and not have to have not have to be constantly stimulated to enjoy something, then it's going to be way harder for you to become addicted, because you're okay with having little to no activity going on in life. And that's why I think meditation can be so powerful. Like I said, I'm addicted to... So, you know, we're going to see how it works. I don't know for a fact that this is going to work. It just makes sense for me. And I hope I don't give this impression on my channel, but I do not know a lot of things. I'm just trying a lot of things out and seeing how they work. So this channel, my videos, is about a person going through the process of becoming who he wants to be. I'm not already who I want to be, but I'm just on my way. And that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.